FM and to AM 1160. Good morning. We're glad you're with us here today, and we're glad Kim Dodds is with us as well. She's a board member of the Indiana Free Library, maybe to be joined by Kate Geiger here this morning. APB out on Kate here to find out where she is this morning, but maybe she'll be able to join us, maybe not. Kim, I'm glad that you're able to step in, though. Good morning.
Thank you. Great to be here this morning.
Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted Best Personal Injury Law Firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Well, one of the great yearly events that everybody looks forward to is Evening in the Stacks, which admittedly over the last couple of years has changed a bit because of the pandemic, but you've got another one planned. It's a great, great fundraiser for the library, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's a lot of fun. This year, we always have it the last Friday in October. Mm-hmm. So it's this October 28th from 5 to 7. Lots of fun, food, beverages, Halloween costume if you desire. If not, you're fine to come as you are. Mm-hmm. One of the highlights is the basket raffle. We have some great donations that have come in. They will start to be displayed on Monday at the library, and early bidding on those items will start at that time. Uh-huh. And then, of course, the bidding will conclude at the Evening in the Stacks.
Yeah, and so all those baskets will be awarded, and those are always fun.
Yes.
And a lot of folks do them. It's one of the staples of any charitable effort that is going on. But Evening in the Stacks is kind of special because, they're sort of folks that have a great heart for the library, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It is. It sure is. We have a great community library. We're so blessed to have them in our community. Do a lot of outreach, a lot of children's programs, adult programs, computer access, of course, loaning books and mm-hmm. other activities, but our website and stop in the library anytime you're in need of those resources.
I think one of the great things about the Indiana Free Library is that so many people work so hard at making it a really not just a viable option for folks here in town, but something that is a really vital part of the community. The Free Library is, as you mentioned, the programs that they do for kids, let alone for the others, for adults. It's just an amazing effort.
It is. It is. You're absolutely right on that. There's book clubs and both for children and adults. So a lot of things. If you haven't stopped in, even just to browse, I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and the Northern Cambria Library is really struggling. And so I don't know if we realize how lucky we are, but if you are in one of those outlying areas that are not in our library, zone, you would call it, you can still get a membership even though you're not in. There may be a small fee, but I think there may be some money if you can't afford the small fee to join the Indiana Library.
Yeah. That's terrific. So let's talk about Evening in the Stacks and what actually happens there. If folks have not been to it before, they might not understand what happens there.
So you come in, and it's pretty much just celebrating the library. It runs 5 to 7. There's appetizers, desserts, all sorts of beverages. I think Levity is donating. We've got, we'll have wine tasting from the Woody Wood Lodge, and Josh at 700 Shop has his wines that will be available. Mm-hmm. There is a Halloween costume. There's a 50-50 raffle and prizes, and of course the baskets, and tickets are available now at the library, or you can contact any Board of Trustee member would be able to help you to get a ticket, or you can call and make a reservation and pay the night of the event. The tickets are $30 each, and it goes to a great cause. So just a lot of fun music. There'll be some live music and a DJ. We have the event where on the main level has desserts and beverages and a DJ, and then upstairs we'll have some live music and the food and things of that nature.
So you literally wander the stacks.
Wander the stacks, exactly.
And you never know. You round a corner, you never know who you're going to come across.
That's right. And there are only 200 tickets available. So they have been selling. So if you're interested in coming, I recommend trying to get your ticket as soon as you can because we wouldn't want you to miss out.
So how do people do that? How do they get their tickets?
At the library. You can go into the library, you can call the library, or you can, any board member can help you. Yeah, get you a ticket.
They'll fix you up with a ticket.
Exactly.
And then you'll enjoy that night. And it really is. It's an enjoyable night where people just get together. And I know in the past, the folks at ICTC have helped with some of the appetizers and some of the desserts. And it just, the whole community comes together for the Indiana Free Library because it is such a vital asset to Indiana Borough and White Township and Indiana County as a whole. It really is a neat place to be.
It is.
Yeah.
And food, we do have restaurants donating around town. We have Knapp's Catering, and Sandy's Cuisine is making some desserts, as well as many of the restaurants around town. I'm not going to even begin to list them all because I'm sure I'd forget one. But there will be a lot of good food, and we run it kind of like a happy hour.
Yeah.
So, on the Friday of Halloween weekend, it's a great place to stop in, get a little something to eat before you move on to the rest of your Halloween festivities. So it's from 5 to 7 on October 28th.
I think one of the interesting things about the Indiana Free Library is the board itself. You're a member of the board, and some great community members are also members of the board. What attracts you to the Indiana Free Library and makes you want to serve on the board?
So I have always been an avid reader, and I've always taken advantage of my library. We've moved a lot. And so when the opportunity arose, I was approached to be on the library board. I jumped at the opportunity to try to be able to help and contribute in the community and in the library. So, just a really big fan of reading and literacy.
I think one of the interesting things about the library itself is the resources it offers, not only in terms of books that someone wants to read, but also the online resources. The fact that the library basically expands to beyond your imagination with how many different things are offered through the online aspect of it all. And for some people, that's the only online internet capability they have. And so it offers a really, really important link to the outside world for a lot of folks.
Yes, that's exactly right. There's always computer internet access. And I think they're expanding with some live internet around outside of the library as well. So I know they're working on that. Kate would have more information, but if that's something you're interested in, certainly call the library or stop in.
Yeah, absolutely. Kim Dodds has been with us here this morning. We've been talking about the Indiana Free Library and the event that they have coming up. It's called Evening in the Stacks. It happens every single year. Do you still get the stars? They still do the stars?
They still do the stars. Great. I failed to mention that. You can purchase either a silver star or a gold star in honor of someone, in memory of someone, or just to support the library. And they are being hung now, and they will be remain hanging through the end of the year. So I know I purchased one. I lost my dad in February, purchased one in his memory. So it's a great way to support the library and also show love to something or a cause that you're passionate about.
And you can do that on behalf of your church or your organization or your company or whatever it happens to be, or as an individual too.
Or anonymous, just like keep reading. It can be just like a simple phrase that you want to put and not even have your name on it.
Yeah, even your family, if you've had a family connection with the library down through the years, that's a great way to honor what they've done for you, and you can help them.
Very good, yes.
Wonderful. All right, so all of that is happening. Evening in the Stacks, again, Kim, is what day?
It's Friday, October 28th from 5 to 7, right in the stacks of the Indiana Free Library.
There you go, and get your tickets now.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. 23 minutes after 9 o'clock. Coming up, Mark Burdig will check in with us again. The job fair is just about ready to go. They're getting that underway not so far from now at 10 o'clock.